Alberto, Panero, and David's report. We're pleased to have him on the program with us right now. And Alberto,
how's it going?
Good to have you back. You and I had a chance to talk a little bit earlier tonight, and you said to me, I can't stop smiling.
It's true. I mean, you know, at a moment like this, I feel like I should be upset and crying, you know. Still a little bit overwhelming, but I can't stop smiling because I'm just so happy to be alive. You know, it's that feeling that I'm alive. There's nothing I could explain it.
A miracle. I mean, you've heard it said a million times today. Walk us through it. Take us back to that moment on the plane when you first heard a noise and you knew something was wrong.
Again, you know, we had just taken off and I was kind of dozing off, leaned up on my window, and all of a sudden I felt the plane shake and there was a loud noise, and immediately you could smell, you know, smoke, just kind of like something was burning. And, you know, people within the plane kind of started to realize that there was something wrong. I wasn't too concerned, although I was a little nervous because I thought the right engine was still working, and I thought we were going to just turn around and go to LaGuardia. And as soon as he made the big U-turn, I'm like, all right, cool. We're headed back home. I mean, I'll have to get on another flight. Once we started going down and going down pretty fast, I realized that maybe not so much. And as soon as he came on and said, brace for impact, that was the moment that, you know, everything kind of got confirmed that we were going down.
So explain that moment, because that was it, you know, those words, it took it to a different level for you. I mean, what did it feel like? What was going through your head?
Well, the first thing, for some reason, I thought to turn my phone on because it has GPS. So I figured if anything, even if I was knocked out, they could maybe find me through the GPS or something like that. Then was, you know, I thought about my family, and I thought about, you know, they're going to have to tell the story, the sad story, and how upset they were going to be that, you know, I was pretty sure.
Young doctor had his whole life ahead of him.
I had his whole life ahead. I had just called in the great news that you know, about my residency, and, you know, all of that was just going to go, you know, I called my mom and gave her some good news 25 minutes before I got on the plane. And, you know, 30 minutes later, I was dead, so, or would have been. So that kind of crossed through my mind. And at the same time, part of me was really trying to stay calm because I didn't know what was going to happen.
So describe what it felt like, impact, when you hit the water.
Impact was kind of, you know, everything kind of gets a little bit into slow motion. Unfortunately, I've been in a car crash before, not as a driver, but as a passenger, and it felt the same way, just, you know, really forceful forward, backwards, and then again. I remember things kind of, I think the window popped off on the side, things kind of were breaking, and it got, you know, the lights kind of turned off, it got real, like, smoky inside, and then the next thing, you know, you could see the water just start coming up on the side. But at that moment, you know, I was expecting to have been killed by then, because I guess you see the movies and what you imagine in your head. As soon as it hit, I was expecting something to launch forward and kill me, or explode, or, you know, death, or whatever I thought it was. And when that didn't happen, it was such a relief, but within the second, it was just like, okay, get your seatbelt off and get out of the plane. And I think that's what everybody kind of had in mind. I'm pretty sure people would yell, we're all right, we're all right. And, you know, I think everybody was kind of just, whoa, I can't believe it.
It was not much longer after that everybody was in the life rafts and safe, and freezing cold temperatures, granted, but still everybody okay. And again, you had a chance to talk to your family. They must just be, I can't even imagine the feeling tonight.
Yeah, I don't, you know, this is one of those things that, like Larry said earlier, that, you know, how can a plane crash bring so much joy? Well, I think this is one of those supposed to be tragedies that are going to be like just a happy story that I'm still here, and, you know, it's obviously for a reason, so I'm hoping, you know, that I just have great things coming up now.
Well, love seeing that smile on your face, Alberto. Safe travels home, back to Florida, okay? Good to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We're going to talk more about what the flight crew dealt with, the decisions they made, the amazing landing that they pulled off. For nearly 3 decades, Jim Tillman flew for American Airlines.